Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel. Join me in today's review and test drive of a new and very special Hyundai i20 N line. Before we go any further in the view, special thanks to Grand Auto and their Hyundai dealership here in Zagreb for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Welcome back everybody. Like I said earlier, in today's review we have the new facelifted Hyundai i20 in a very sporty and luxurious N line. There are some additional features with this particular model, as you can probably tell right away. These two strips on the entire vehicle, but the best part is you will see later when we go to check the rear end and of course for a test drive, so stay tuned. Let's quickly check the exterior design of this very sporty and aggressive small city hatchback with the N-line model. There is a detail on a passenger side, front parking sensors, LED daytime running lights and LED headlights. Below that, front parking sensors and fog lamps. With this particular model, this one is a 1-liter 3-cylinder 100 horsepower unit. There is also a DCT as an option. Now moving quickly here on a driver side profile, just take a look on these contrasting details with a gloss black side mirrors, tinted or privacy glass in the back, and those strips on the roof with a gloss black shark antenna, especially good looking with this white exterior color. More N-line details. Speaking about N-line details, these are 17-inch wheels, two-tone in design with some type of gloss silver or actually gray inner sections, and side skirts a little bit more sportier than in the standard model, of course in black. One cool feature is how the fuel filler cap is integrated on these last 3 quarters, and interesting detail, i20 on a rear lights. I will put the car on later in the video so we see the rear lights and of course the front ones in action. Shark antenna on a roof, a small rear spoiler, and below that there is a Hyundai logo and a rear camera. Hyundai detail also on a driver's side and i20 on a passenger one. And now we come to the best part of this particular model, of course rear parking sensors, and below that 2 real exhaust tips. You will see later in the video. I hope that you will be able to hear how great sounding is this small city hatchback. So before we go and check the boot space, let me know in the comment section what you think about the exterior design of a new Hyundai i20, especially this N-line model. What would be your ideal, maybe color specification? Now let's go and check the boot. This is a small city hatchback, so it needs to be also very practical. Let's talk a little bit about the boot and its design. Useful shelf on this upper part. 350 liters around you get in total with this i20 model. 60/40 you can fold down the rear seats. With this particular model we come there is also some useful rubbery part underneath this textile floor mat. There is additional storage and some useful compartments here on a passenger side, and overall very wide boot opening. You can get up to around 1000 liters if you fold down the rear seats. Now let's go and check the rear seats. I've put the driver's seat on my ideal sitting position, so we will see how much knee and leg room I have in the back. But first thing first, door opening angle. Let's quickly check the door design. Everything is finished in a black plastic material with some nice compartments here in the center part, and the door pockets are pretty big for a small vehicle, especially here in the back. And I would say this door handle is very interesting, some type of very dark gray detail. Now we come to the interior. These are the seats, finished in of course black fabric, isofix anchor points, more of that contrasting red sporty stitching we will see of course also in the front. And now, as you can probably tell if you watch my channel regularly, I'm a big fan of the black and sporty roof linings. And now welcome from a rear seat of this Hyundai i20. This is my knee room. my foot room, and if I sit dead straight, I'm barely touching the roof lining, which is great. So overall, if you need to carry, let's say, 2 adults of my size in the back of i20, I don't think there will be any issues. Addition to that, we have one light in the back, which is unusual in a small city hatchback segment. There is nice features, some storage behind the passenger front seat, a little bit of storage compartment on this center tunnel, or actually in the center tunnel, and the one USB-C charging port. And now welcome from a passenger front seat. Let's talk a little bit about design and materials. One large air vent here on a far left, couple of those below this center infotainment system. More of that a little bit later when you go and check the driver's seat. Below all of that, there are some still physical buttons for the climate control. You can easily adjust temperature and some shortcuts. This is very beneficial and worth mentioning, especially now in 2025. Couple of charging ports, USB-A and USB-C, 12-volt socket. You can charge your phone over here. Couple of physical buttons, heated front seats, dry modes. You will see also that later when you go and check the driver's seat, and of course the parking sensors. This is the gear lever for the manual gearbox. I've said on my earlier Hyundai reviews, this is one of the best looking, feeling, and also overall manual gearboxes in the normal cars that I've tested. Very sporty in design, nice materials, leather everywhere, and contrasting and sporty red stitching. Behind all of that, manually adjustable handbrake, couple of cup holders, and small center armrest. I don't know how much you can hear, but the engine is running. I don't know if you can hear that little bit roaring. I said also on my previous Hyundai reviews that the Hyundai 3-cylinder 1 liter is one of the best sounding 3-cylinders, and with this particular model and the upgraded exhaust, or actually exhaust tips, this is probably the best one. But let's now focus on this interior from the driver's seat. This is a N-line steering wheel, very sporty in design, small airbag in the center. All the buttons are still physical. That is nice to see there. Also some shortcuts for the volume and for radio on the left, and for the cruise control mostly on the right. Behind the steering wheel there is a digital dials, very nice graphics, sharp in design. Of course there are some modes you can choose and so on. And now I will show you the dry modes, how everything looks when we go to a sport and normal. Sport is always a little bit red, aggressive, and so on. We also have the traffic sign recognition system. For now we will stay in a normal mode. A little bit about this center infotainment system. I will not go through all details, of course, of this center infotainment system. This is your home screen, all your apps, and below that there are some shortcuts. Here we are. This is the navigation. We are here in Zagreb West. If we go to a home button, radio, let's go check the radio. I need to volume down this, but yeah, so this is the standard screen with a clock, and as you can see, the navigation on a right side. I will not go to all details, just so you can see everything in action. And the graphics, I have to say, graphics are very nice, very sharp, and the overall theme is a little bit darker, which is adequate with this sporty theme of this particular model. Speaking about sporty theme of this particular model, some metal parts on a footrest, and of course the pedals are in metal. And before we go and check the lights, which I will put it on, these are on actually, and the hazard lights, let me know in the comment section what you think about the interior design of this particular Hyundai i20 N-Line. And I've saved the best for the last, and that is of course the front seats and its design and detail on a backrest. Very sporty. Just take a look how much side support is with these seats, and again that contrasting red stitching with the gorgeously designed steering wheel, and of course the gear knob. Now we'll check the Here in the back, rear lights in LED technology with halogen turn signals, and now you can probably hear this absolutely phenomenal exhaust note for a very small 1 liter 3-cylinder in a standard, not a sport variant, city hatchback. LED turn signals on a side mirrors, and of course now in the front we can see the upgraded LED turn signals, LED daytime running lights, and of course LED headlights. And now welcome to a short test drive of this very sporty Hyundai i20 N-Line. Before we go for a short drive, just a quick overview, because I did some very few kilometers from a dealership here to a parking lot. Of course, I will tell you my initial thoughts with this particular model. First thing first, we need to talk a little bit about this steering wheel and its design. It's very, very nice to grab this very sporty steering wheel with this perforated part on this 3 and 9 o'clock. But bear in mind that this is a small city hatchback, so the steering wheel itself is very light to operate. So I think it's ideal, the best from both worlds. You have that sporty feel, but overall it's very easy to operate it. Speaking about sporty feel and easy to operate, is this 6-speed manual transmission. One of the best that I've tested recently. I'm a big fan of this N-Line design and the manual gearbox in the Hyundai N-Line models. I tested recently Hyundai i30 in an N-Line, also powered by a 1 liter, and very cool design for the gear selector and the nice exhaust note. One detail I forgot to mention when I checked the driver's seat position overall, here we have some type of leathery or maybe even rubbery material, but overall it's very soft, and you have this raised up position, so it's easy to operate the windows. Some additional red sporty details, and for now, before we go for a test drive, I will not tell you about the seats, which are just phenomenal. I will tell you about the seats when we go and check the test drive. First thing first, let's go and check how easy it is to park. This is a small city vehicle. We have pretty large side mirrors, even though in the back we have tinted rear windows, some type of sporty design, but it's very easy to see everything. And of course in the front you can sit relatively low. We have front parking sensors and the rear, and we have the rear camera. Now we will see the camera in action, how everything looks. Today it's a very nice day, sun is up. And you can now see okay. Okay, we are parked. Just for you, so you can see the camera and the sensors in action. One beneficial thing worth mentioning now when I'm parking and in this tight maneuvering is the clutch pedal. The clutch pedal is so light, so if you're interested of course in buying this Hyundai i20 as a urban city vehicle, which you probably will, of course, this is one beneficial thing to know. I will open a window a little bit and hope that you will hear a little bit of that exhaust note. It really sounds absolutely phenomenal, like with the most hot hatches. Now let's go for a short test drive around the parking lot. Over there we have some road works, some birds over here, of course, with the leftovers. And the great thing I said earlier are these front seats, or seats in general, because this is a little bit sportier N-Line model. You feel the more cocooned and a little bit sportier approach. The side support is very good, and the seats itself are very comfortable, especially for me. The perfect, I would say, blend, sportier but also comfortable for a longer journeys and the urban environment, some maybe rougher roads. Similar approach is with the suspension. We have very nice wheels, 17-inch in diameter, which is quite a lot for a small vehicle. Even nowadays we have similarly designed crossovers with even a 19-inch wheels. That is just crazy. But overall these 17 looks absolutely fine, and it's a design very, very nice to look at. In addition to that, the 17-inch wheels and tires do not harm or ruin your ride. The ride is absolutely fine, especially with some rougher roads. But the engine note, I mean, around 2,500 RPM and 3, it's just absolutely phenomenal to hear in a small city hatchback. Like I said earlier, this is not a full N model or something like that. No, this is just the N line, a little bit sportier trim, a little bit more luxurious, but it's still 3-liter noise. If you are looking, of course, into maybe small city hatchback that is a little bit sporty in design and has some sporty features, I would highly recommend, of course, go ahead and test it on your own, this Hyundai i20 with the N-line trim. And I would definitely recommend this manual gearbox. Not only it's cheaper than the DCT, of course, but it also looks and feels really cool and sporty. Addition to that, with this i20 N-line, you have gorgeous and sporty seats, very nice steering wheel, and with this particular model, of course, the sound note is absolutely amazing for a small vehicle, and again, 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine. As I'm heading back to a dealership, big thanks again to Grand Auto, their Hyundai dealership here in Zagreb, for making this video possible. I'll put all their info in the description below, and thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all a very nice day.